Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to Into the Breach. Now we're back again with the Steel Judoka, approaching our 4th island. We finally took some casualties in that last battle there, but we're doing what we can to keep the numbers low. As it stands so far though, we're doing the islands in reverse order, which means we are now going into what's usually our first island, and we'll see how that plays out this time. The big thing that's going to give us a hard time though, I think, is the fact that there are Burrowers in Archive Inc. And since they're immune to movement abilities, that might be bad for us. Because almost everything we have is based around moving enemies around. Either way, we don't have any other options. Let's get in there and see what happens. We're doing all we can to protect the refugees, but we need your help against the Vic. We'll assist with some of our old Earth artifacts if we can. Alright, we got a couple of 2s in a row here, which is nice. Then we'll probably take one of these star and a power cell to get our power back up to full. Let's check out the exhibit's archive. It is a train mission, of course it is. So many of them wind up being so. Let's get in there and do what we can. Old Horace here is the only diesel train left on the planet. That isn't at the bottom of the ocean, anyway. He's still going strong, carrying vital supplies across the island. Alright, well, let's get in there and defend the train. That's not what we wanted to see. 2 Alpha Burrowers, a Blast Scion, and an Alpha Hornet right off the bat. Oh, good. This could only be good news. Now, we know these guys have a movement limit of 4. We kind of want to pull them away from the objective, though. If we can get them over here, we might be able to use them in some way, but if they're in the middle, if they stop here, that's really bad for us. So let's confirm our placement here and see if we can maybe get them to help us help them. We have a time pod, alright. Not bad to start off with. Please come over here. Yeah, that's what we wanted. That's not amazing, but it's not bad. Over here? Yeah, alright. So far they're cooperating. Okay. So the reason we wanted them to come over here is because we can potentially use them to kill our other enemies this way. Their attacks will hit for 5 now, which is pretty crazy. But we kind of have to deal with them too, and I'm not really sure how we want to approach this. I can easily attack one of them to get rid of them, but beyond that, I don't really know how we're going to handle this. We have the option of using our new rocket punch on one of them. That's probably a good idea. We need something that can actually hurt these guys, and a 4 damage punch to the face is pretty good. That means we have a better chance of being able to kill them afterwards. The Blast Scion is pretty interesting also, because it means that if we could have kept them here after blasting them, if we can pull this person into position, then we'd be able to use them to blow them up, but with the way they hide, that's not going to work. Now, I think the plan here is still going to be to have the Alpha Hornet get killed by this Burrower, though. So what I'm thinking... Never mind, I can't move over far enough. What I was thinking was I would use the rocket launcher here to push him over one and then swap him with the gravity mech. On the other hand, what I can do instead is use the Judo mech here to flip him over and then swap them, which is still not bad. And then I can use the rocket here instead to hit the Blast Scion or otherwise get in these guys' way. Is there a better solution here, though? There probably is. What I could do right now is I could just swap the Blast Scion in front, and that way it would get vaporized, and these guys would be a little bit more vulnerable after that. I could also use the rockets to... I use the rocket punch to kill the Alpha Hornet, knock him over that way and just get rid of him. That might be what we do here instead. Let's back up to here, maybe? I'm a little concerned about how this is going to set a tile on fire. I don't think it does damage. Since it doesn't do damage to me, I don't think I can set myself on fire with it. He still explodes, which is why we made sure to knock him back first. But overall, this is still fine. All I have to do here now is not stand in the way, and I might boop this one. Might boop one of them for a bit of extra damage first. Actually, I probably don't want to be in the very corner there. I can stand here instead? Is that better? No, I think we're going to stand in the very corner here. I don't know. Because what I want to do is I want to hit one of these guys, preferably this one, for just a tiny bit of damage, just to ping the shield off him. But I don't want to stand in his attack, so I have to either have to go behind him there. I think this is probably better, actually. Because if he's down to 4 health, we can kill him with the Rocket Fist. And that's pretty important for these guys that we otherwise can't really hurt very well. Alright, I could move you again, but I actually want you to be there, so we're going to end our turn. The Blast Scion is dead. And they get a Scorpion and a Lobber. And the other guy comes around the back, which is not a great spot for us, but we can at least kill him. That one does nothing, really. I'm okay with that. I'm kind of okay with that, too. All I have to do is swap one of them into that attack, and it'll blow them up. So how do we want to make this happen, then? I have a feeling what we're going to do is we're just going to turn around and Rocket Punch this guy, because that'll actually knock us out of the other one's attack. And that's a problem solved. Next, I can actually use this bomb to kill both of these guys, which is kind of crazy. So let's do that, because I love the idea of this. Chen, you're going to rocket like this. And then we're going to swap him. That bomb now kills all of them. No, it doesn't. Oh. Because he kills the bomb first. Oh, that's not so good. That actually wastes a lot of my firepower then. Hang on. Let's see if there's a better way to do this that doesn't cancel that. I keep forgetting that these don't explode if you actually shoot them. Okay, we're still gonna Rocket Fist this guy. I still feel that's the best maneuver there. As far as this swap goes, I think what we're actually going to do is swap the Alpha Scorpion into the bomb. The Alpha Blobber is potentially more dangerous because it's throwing out more of these bombs. But if we can use these bombs to kill other enemies, that actually makes them really useful. So if instead we kill the Alpha Scorpion, that's probably going to make our life a bit easier. So let's swap him out. And then, just so that we can make sure that this guy is within death range from a rocket punch, we're going to hit him with a single damage artillery shot also. There we go. And I'm going to move you... I'm not going to move you at all. I know I haven't really taken advantage of Chen's ability. I know it's a good one, I just haven't had a great opportunity to use it in the way I would like. Alright, let's end our turn. He attacks nothing. Bomb kills him. And we get a Scarab and another Scarab. And this guy comes back into the exact same place. Alright. That bomb is a little bit less convenient, though. Although those attacks are fantastic. So we have one last turn here. We want to try and do as much damage as we can, but thankfully all of these guys are doing nothing to us, so we can safely ignore them. What I could do, though, is swap one of them into that spot so the other one kills them. That's kind of fun. I do need to kill this bomb. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to move over to here with Prospero. And use him to rocket punch this guy to death. There we go. We're going to use the gravity mech to swap. Doesn't matter which one we swap, either of them will do. Swap you in there, so you get murdered by your ally. And we'll blow up this bomb. There we go. That way, we kill almost everybody. The train is safe. And so is the Tide Pod. Alright. Steel Judoka's doing pretty good still so far.
The refugees will be grateful for the supplies, and I owe you my personal thanks for saving old Horace. We two relics have been through a lot together.
Alrighty. What's in the pod? Just a reactor core. Man, we've had so many that are just reactor cores. So it goes. I'll take the power. I won't complain that much. We definitely need it. So what do I want to put the power in here? I probably want to start pumping up the Vice Fist damage, but now we have this Rocket Fist instead. I don't know if I necessarily need to put anything else in here. Use this for repositioning and use this for murder. We have other power we can put into the cluster artillery. That might be worth doing. I'd love to get some more mobility on some of these guys, so I think I'm going to do that first. We're going to move the mobility on the Siege Mech up to 4, because I think that's going to make a big difference in us being able to get in a position to make the right moves. Is there anything else that needs it more? Prospero's 6 movement was fun. I'd like to get back up to there again if we can, but for now, I think additional movement on Chen is going to be better. As of right now, Chen is the person coming with us next time, because we brought Bethany already, and we just brought Prospero. So Chen is the only eligible pilot right now for continuing to the next area, but we'll see what happens as we go here. Safeguard Valley means if we destroy a dam, end the battle with less than 4 damage on our mechs, and protect a defense lab, and we get another power cell out of it. That sounds like a good time. Let's go and do it then.
This old Earth dam used to generate power, but has little use now. Destroying it will let the river reclaim the land and delay the Vic.
Let's do it. That's a lot of bugs, I tell ya. Alright, well, let's set up a barrier here then. We can rocket punch this at any time to kill it. There's also a lot of puddles in here. There's going to be a lot of drowning Vec, I think. Let's confirm our turn. I kind of want them all to stop in this line so we can just one-shot the dam and be done with it. So far, so good. Everyone come in this line. Ooh, baby. Alright, let's go for the full team clear. This is going to be an awesome turn, I think. So, first things first. Oh, all that experience goes to Prospero. I was hoping it would get spread out because it was an environmental kill. But I guess killing the Old Earth Dam counts as them doing the damage. That's fine. But now we do this. Job done. Nothing else to it, and they really can't get to us now. This is a good battle. I like this one. I could do something here, but I literally don't have to do anything. End turn. There we go. Level up for Chen. Hopefully they got something good. We'll check in a minute. We're gonna vice flip you into the water, my dude. In you go. I should really stop giving Prospero kills. I should have moved him out the way and used the siege mech or something to kill them, but it's just so satisfying. Alright, let's throw a shield on these guys just for fun. There you go. What did you get? You got +2 mech HP. That's pretty good. I can take the extra HP off you now because you're up to 6, which is a little much. And do I want to block a spawn with you? No, we're good. Let's let them come. We should be able to drop a whole bunch more of them into the lake. Let's end our turn here and see what happens. We have a pair of scarabs. Okay. And another scorpion. So far, that's some good positioning. I like it. Now, unfortunately, we can't stop in the lake and still take actions, can we? This doesn't protect against water, right? Yeah, it does not. So I can't as easily pull them into the water. If I had the artillery pull, I could still do that, but I don't have that anymore. Instead... let's see here. How do we want to do this? If I put... just trying to see what the most satisfying way to kill the most number of bugs is. And as far as I can see, it's going to be easiest to just pit them into the water and not worry about the rest. So, in you go, my friend. You as well. And unfortunately our siege mech isn't in a position to do that this time. But that's fine. I mean, our gravity mech. I just can't get the names of these guys right this time for some reason. Let's just move out the way. No harm done. End turn. That damn turn was brutal. Alright, one enemy did make it across the map a little bit there. That's fair. Well, we can send both of those into the water if we want, and then just teleport this guy on the other side so we can't do anything. There you go. Let's send this scarab into the pond. And we'll send this scarab into the pond. There we go. That is a lot of Vec underwater now. Just about every single Vec, minus that one Hornet, went into the water. I'll take it.
Thank you, Steel Judoka. The destruction of that dam will delay the Vec while we try to get more military technology back online.
We got a decent promotion too, so I'll take it. In fact, surprisingly enough, no one has gotten additional grid power. That's always good. Let's take the extra health off here, though, and probably put it into your damage. Is there anyone else who needs 1 power right now? Nah, I'm going to put it into the cluster artillery damage, because having the ability to hit for 2 there might be better than not. It means we actually have the option to kill some stuff. So let's put that power up, and now we can kill scions with the cluster artillery, which is something that we didn't really have a good way to do before. So that should help. Next up, we can go to Colonial Park if we want, defend some satellite launches. We have an excavation site or a pasture, and then we have the corporate HQ left for us. Well, let's go do at least one more here. Colonial Park it will be.
We've been planning to launch these satellites for quite some time. I hope your mechs can help keep the Vec from sabotaging our efforts.
Well, I don't know about that. We got 2 more Burrowers again, and no easy way to make them murder each other this time. So we'll see if we can make this work out, but we'll try. I don't really know which side to put the gravity mech on. Now the thing is, I know the Scorpion can go up and grab us if we go this close, but we kind of need to be this close, otherwise we're not going to be able to do anything. So let's put our team like so. Now the only person they can grab is the Judo mech, which is kind of okay. I can just punch him off if I need to. And let's confirm and see what terrible fate awaits us. Alright. Gonna go this way. Yep. Scorpion goes there. This guy goes here. Goes this way. Yep. Okay. Okay. So far, so predictable. So then, how do we do this? We've got a lot of guys coming around here, but I don't know exactly how we want to try and handle them, because I can't just walk out. If I can get Prospero over to here, then I could shoot the Alpha Scorpion into the Burrower, which would kill him outright and damage the Burrower so he'd hide. The other Burrower is going to be a little bit more trouble, though. Alternatively, I could fire a rocket like this, which will hide this Burrower at 3 health, damage him down to 3 health, but leave this Burrower in a position that's harder to actually finish or damage, really. But I have to damage him, otherwise we're in big trouble. I also have to get this Alpha Scarab out the way, otherwise he blows up one of our rockets. So... let's see... because I can just rocket punch him to here. But I need to be able to damage these 2 guys with these 2 guys. Our gravity mech is probably going to be the one that needs to swap this over, but I have to damage both of the Burrowers this turn. So I think what the maneuver is going to be, weird though it is fire the rockets here, then come through and set myself on fire? We'll see. I think there might be a better way. This has to be our first turn though, I believe. Because it gets rid of one Burrower and pushes this Scorpion out the way. I can actually use the Scorpion to kill the Scarab. That's what we're definitely going to do. So let's move him here and swap those two. Now the Scorpion kills the Scarab for us, and he misses, so that's fine. And now we need to do some damage to the Judo Mech, and I can't really knock anything off of him, but we can at least rocket punch him directly in the face for 4 damage. We should make this a little bit more feasible. What I should have done there is see if I can actually flip them. I'm pretty sure I can't target them with that attack because they are immune. Let's move you over 1, though, Chen, and end our turn. Alright, Scorpion did the job for us. We have a rocket here about to take off. We have a Burrower in the back there. There's the other Burrower. Also attacking into the middle. That's pretty brutal, actually. That is pretty brutal. Okay. They also have a Blast Scion now. So this has actually gotten really dangerous really fast. Because Chen is stuck in a world of hurt. And I can't kill any of these guys or they explode. That's awful. Now, in theory here, if I were to bring the Judo Mech to here, I don't know how we protect all this stuff. There's a lot of hurt here. Because, yeah, there's, like, everything is attacking everything right now. We kind of need to kill all 4 of these guys, but we can't kill any of them yet because if we do, they all explode and destroy the buildings anyway. I could otherwise have fired a rocket here, that would have been super useful, would have killed this Burrower and would have killed this Scarab because it'd been set on fire and then he'd die. Then I could use the teleport to swap them and use the Judo Mech to kill this one, but that's actually not safe right now. Because we'll take at least 2 building damage doing so. Now, 2 building damage isn't terrible, because right now we're set up to take 5 building damage and lose a rocket. So if we have to take 2 grid damage to save the day, then that might be what has to happen, but I feel like that there must be a way out that doesn't involve us taking a bazillion damage. If we rocket this guy, it hits us for 1. But the explosion doesn't hurt anything else. But then I still can't get Chen out to be able to do anything to these other guys. Let's see here. If I do move up and rocket punch the Blast Scion, then they won't explode anymore, but I don't think I can solve the rest of my problems. I'd have to come up here and rocket punch the Blast Scion, then use the Judo Mech for that. I can use the Siege Mech then to kill this guy, and they won't explode anymore. And I'd have to use the Gravity Mech to swap the Alpha Scorpion out, but I'd still be risking taking 3 building damage. And that's worse than if I just take the explosion damage from the Burrowers. What a weird scenario. I think I'm in a place where intentionally blowing up my own buildings is undeniably the best result I can have. Because otherwise, we're gonna risk taking far more damage. That sucks, man. I think we have to. I think we have to rocket punch the Alpha Burrower, blow these guys up. We're going to take 2 total damage on the Siege Mech as a result from both of these guys exploding. Both of these buildings are probably going to lose 1. This guy gets killed, he'll explode afterwards, and we can swap the Alpha Scorpion over to here so that it doesn't kill us. Man! Yeah, as much as I'd love to, I don't see a better way out here that doesn't either involve us taking more damage and losing our mechs. Because, like, I can't teleport to these guys. It doesn't do that. I knew these Burrowers were going to be nasty, but I wasn't expecting them to pin me in like this. Alright, well, let's take the cost then. Such is the price of doing business. Yeah, you can't target them. Oh boy. Come on, resistance rolls. Come on, resistance rolls. We're counting on you now. Nope, we lost 2. Man, that sucks, but I honestly don't think there was a better maneuver there. If there was, I would love to see what you guys think would have worked better, but I don't think there was anything that would have caused us to take less damage, only more. At least not that I could see. Alright, with that said, let's end our turn here and deal with the remains. The fire damage goes off, he explodes. Rocket takes off. This one should prime now. Scorpion comes in the middle, and he throws a bomb. Okay. We got a lot of spawns coming in, which is not great for us. We're going to kill this guy this turn, though. That's pretty clear to me right now. We're going to go for one of these. Is it better to stand on one of the spawns right now? I don't think so. I think we want to kill the Blast Scion off and weaken the rest of them. There we go. Now I can swap the bomb over to this side so it kills this guy, and then all I have to do is come around to here and murder the remains, which shouldn't be too bad to do, so let's come over this way. Rocket Fist him, and swap the bomb. There we go. We're in the clear here. If only we hadn't had to explode all of our own guys to get there. Actually, I think that was worse. This is better because it blocks their movement coming in here. Alright, let's end turn. Last missiles primed for takeoff. We have a Hornet and an Alpha Scarab left. Okay, well we can rocket punch him to death. Is there anything we want to do with the teleporter here? I don't know. I think I'm just going to knock this guy away. We can't easily kill both of them at the moment. Bethany might never get that last level up here. I'm fine with it, though. Rocket Fist. Job done. Siege Mech. Is it better to put them in the fire? They still won't die. No, this is better. This is certainly better. Now he dies. There we go. We have an action left. We're going to end our turn, so it's just the reposition. Goodbye, little bug. Man, clean them by the numbers, she says. We lost 2 buildings there. That was pretty painful.
Privately, I was always sad seeing those satellites sitting in a display, up in space, helping mankind. That's what they were meant for.
You know it, my dude. Alright, well that sucked, but we made it through. So we're going to do one more of this mission, just for fun. We're going to go take on the pasture. We'll have to kill at least 7 enemies. And after that, we'll probably come back again for next time. But let's see what we can do here before we're done. We're not going to go protect a volatile Vec. This team is all about having everything kill everything, so that's not going to work for us. Let's do it, though.
The Vec retreat when the battle goes against them, then regroup and attack again somewhere else. Wipe them out for good this time.
His voice has changed several times already. Alright, we have an Alpha Burrower, so we're probably going to need to be ready to Rocket Fist that guy in the face. We have a whole bunch of Scorpions. I can't really easily get out of their range, because they can basically attack anywhere except for these back corners. And even this one isn't safe. This is literally the only tile on the map that's safe. I'm going to put you in there, and I'm going to put our gravity mech near the front. Here, I think. Here? Yes. And we're going to confirm that placement and see what happens. I have a feeling that he's going to either attack here or here. He might attack this way, but I hope he doesn't. We're kind of counting on this Alpha Burrower cooperating for this to work out, but we'll see what happens. Alright, we have a time pod. That's good. More power is always going to be useful. Here? No, that was the one I hoped you wouldn't do. Alright. That's fine, it's just not as easy for us to manipulate to our advantage. That's actually a lot of inconvenient positionings. Okay, so then, how do we want to do this? We know that this guy goes first. I think what we want to do is fire a rocket here. No. That's not going to work, because that's going to push him up so he's still attacking there. That's not going to do it. I have a feeling this is going to be a bit of a pain to maneuver. There are a couple of different ways we can do this. But with the way they're laid out, it's pretty hard for us to make them attack each other. Especially because this guy's just attacking the wall. Now, we can pull the Alpha Scorpion back. But I was hoping to be able to knock him over this way. Because if we knock him over that way, then we can swap him here to have him kill this Scorpion for us. Okay, I think I see it. It is a weird maneuver here, but I think it's actually going to work. We put Bethany here. We take Prospero and put them on the time pod, because they're flying, which is key here. We take the siege mech and attack here. Then we rocket fist the scarab into the burrower, which causes him to hide. And then we swap these two. So the first scorpion kills the second scorpion before he attacks. That was a weird turn. Alright, I think it worked though. I think it's what we needed. Now we still have the burrower to deal with. He's still attacking just buildings, which means we can't let him live. The lobber might help though, except that the bomb is going to go off too late. Okay, how do we want to do it this time? Our team is kind of pinned in here, which is not great. Thankfully, the Alpha Hornet is doing nothing, so I can ignore them. Now, what I could do is I could move the Judo Mech to here and rocket punch the Alpha Blobber to death. It'll bounce off the shield, but that's fine. We would still need to get rid of this bomb, which goes off last. So the bomb isn't going to be super useful this time, because both of these guys are actively attacking. What I could do is I could swap the gravity... use the gravity mech to swap the Alpha Scorpion to here. And then use the siege mech to kill the burrower. No, that still doesn't do anything with the bomb. Alright, we need to come over here with the siege mech and fire here. It kills the scorpion, makes the burrower hide again, and gets rid of the bomb. Yep. That's 3 enemies with 1 shot, which is definitely worthy. Now we have these guys left. I'd love to be able to swap him into the water, but we can just outright kill either one of these guys, which we're going to do. Prospero's going to stand here and kill the Alpha Blobber, I think. And I'm going to set this Hornet on fire, because I can stand in the fire with our shield and not be affected. It doesn't do anything significant to his turn, but it does make him weaker. Then we Rocket Fist the Blobber. Oh, hang on. Oh, I didn't plan that right. I should have stopped here, but I forgot it knocks me back. It's fine. I'm not going to reset my turn just for that. I don't think it's a significant enough error to merit going back and undoing the whole thing. We're only going to have 4 enemies next turn, which should be manageable. Let's end the turn. Alright, Burrower is 2 of them now. That's not so good. That's really not so good. Thankfully, we can get rid of both of those guys with 1 rocket, so that's going to be the solution there for sure. One of these is probably going to get shot in the face. Probably this one. So yeah, I don't like still just disabling these guys. We need to get those kill counts up, otherwise we're not going to hit that 7 enemies defeated number that's so important. But at least we should be able to get rid of this guy. Now, both of these go before anything else, which is pretty unfortunate still. Is there any way I can afford to not kill them all? No. They're all going after important buildings. The one that's going first is this guy. I could theoretically kill him with a rocket punch. If I could stand in the middle, I could rocket punch one and bounce off the other, which would be pretty cool. But that's not an option right now. Man, I just really want to kill one of these guys instead of just disabling them, because they're going to come back next time, be even more irritating. The Alpha Hornet... It doesn't reach far enough. I could say that we could use the Alpha Hornet to attack the Alpha Burrower, but not with the position that they're in. What I'd have to do would be step forward, swap him to here, then bring the rocket artillery into a position where it could somehow fire into this tile to push this guy forward 1 so we'd hit him, and this guy over 1 so we'd miss. But I can't get there. There's nowhere in this line that I'd be able to attack from, and I have to kill this guy to be able to get out, and I can only move 4 spaces, which is only enough to stand in the fire and get attacked by this also. Which is, of course, not a good idea. Now, yeah, because on the other hand, I could swap him in and then judo flip him, but then he'd be attacking a building too, and that takes too many maneuvers for us to get him there without also dealing with one of these other hornets. Alright, as much as I'd love to do more than just 1 attack with these guys, we're going to hide both of them. I'm going to kill the full health one that's not on fire yet, because I think that's probably going to be more useful to us. And we're going to warp him back into the fire. Doesn't add any more damage to him, but it's kind of funny. Actually, no, that's not a very good move. I'm way over out of the way now. Whatever. It's what has to happen. We have to warp him. We have 1 tile of movement left, so I'm going to move here. And we're going to end our turn. Thankfully, most of these tiles are on fire now, so enemies won't want to stand there. We should get them over here instead. So we have new spawns blocking those spaces. Oh, he literally went right behind me? That's pretty annoying. Okay, we only have to kill 2 of these guys to get our accomplishment here, but they are all causing problems. Yeah, that's going to be problems. We are going to take a ton of damage this turn, I think. Because that's a building destroyed, that's 2 buildings destroyed, that's 2 buildings destroyed, those are both 2 buildings destroyed. All 5 enemies are destroying buildings. And I don't see how we can necessarily stop them. If I could attack here, then I could push him out of the way and push myself into this guy. That would be pretty decent. But I basically have to use the judo mech to kill this one, and I don't see how I can stop him. I do see how I can stop him. No, I can't make it there. If we had 1 more movement, then I could have swapped him to this tile so that he would attack the scorpion instead and kill him for us, but I can't do that. Okay, we've got to do some thinking here, because there's got to be a good solution to this. I can flip him to there, but then I can't do anything about the Alpha Burrower. I can shield some of these buildings if that's the only way. I'm kind of annoyed that I can't do this rocket play, because I thought that was pretty cool. He won't die from the fire either. I could fire a rocket here, which will get rid of the Scarab and the Siege Beetle, but will not get rid of the Siege Beetle. What am I talking about? The Hornet and the Scorpion. I'm just making up words now. The Alpha Burrower over here, though, still gets the attack off, and right now there's no way to do anything to him unless I can use this Siege Mech to do it. I really cannot afford to lose all of my power grid. But this is a pretty nasty scenario here, because I really have very few options. Given the lack of ability to really maneuver around here, you know what I mean? Now, if we did come here, rocket this guy, it'll move him out the way, and then the backlash knocks us into him, which will cause him to die from the fire before his turn starts. That way, the Scorpion and the Hornet are dead, or out of the picture. We can use the Siege Mech, then, to step into the fire, turn around and kill the Alpha Burrower, and we can use the Gravity Mech to remove the Scarab, but we're probably going to lose 2 buildings. Is there a scenario here that loses fewer than 2 buildings? I think there is if we use the Siege Mech to kill this Burrower instead. Or not kill him, but at least hide him. Then we only lose 1 building here. I think that's going to be the best maneuver we have. I can't think of anything else that only leaves us losing 1 building. We just don't have quite enough maneuvers here to do it, as far as I can tell. And enemies are all attacking in awkward places that makes it hard for us to have them hit each other. Interestingly enough, that doesn't damage my tile. I like that. Now, this guy still needs to get out the way, and this guy still needs to get out the way. So let's move over to here with Bethany. Is there any way I could do it that way? No, I don't have the range on the teleport. I only have 4 tiles. Yeah, that kind of thing. It would be impossible. Still worth considering, though. And then we can take the Gravity Mech. Is there a better way? Can we use the shield to somehow solve all the problems? Hang on a second. Is there a way we can shield this to solve all our problems? I don't think so, because we need to save this building, and they're too far apart. Alright. Just gotta double check these things. This is a complicated turn. But here we have it. It all comes down to our final shot, where we commit to not actually clearing them all out. I just realized that doing it this way, we also don't get the 7 enemies killed. We only get 6. Since this doesn't do enough damage, we don't actually get the 7 enemies, which means we lose our perfect objective. If we have to lose a building, then we have to lose a building, but I don't want to also lose the perfect score. So I think it's better to lose 2 buildings and get the objective, even though that's going to make it harder afterwards. Yep, as much as I would like to not have to risk losing both of those, I think the better maneuver is to make sure that we kill a 7th guy, because that way we get the reward at the end, and that's more important. It sucks, but I don't think there's any better way for this. Come on, 21% grid defense chance. Work for us here. Okay, we only lost 1. That'll do. This might be the mission with the most casualties that we've had so far. But so far, I'm pretty happy with how we've done.
There's a lot of unused space in this region's nature preserves. We'll begin moving refugees here now that the Vec are gone.
That gets us 7 enemies killed. We got another power, which is good, because we just got down to 3. We got our time pod, which is good, and as long as we can manage our mission on the last stage here, we get our all objectives reward. Hey, Silica! I get you all the time. You and Abe Isamu show up literally every time, and you're so good. You're so good that it's hard to justify not using you. Okay. Well then. We've had some losses. Yep, we've definitely had some of those. Are we going to swap Bethany for Silica here, though? That's the question. Then we can teleport twice, which could be really crazy. I have a feeling being able to rocket twice, or being able to rocket fist twice might actually be very good. But I think that being able to use the teleport twice gives us some crazy versatility for moving people into better positions. Yeah, I'm tempted. I'm real tempted. We need 2 power to run it, but I can just turn off the shield projector if we need to. That might be worth it, honestly. Silica's so good. Did we lose a power here as well? No, we don't lose anything, because he also has 1 mech move. Alright. Double shot, we can now teleport twice, which should give us the ability to do some pretty fancy swaps. We don't have the shield now, but I think that's going to be worth it on the final stage here. Alright, well, so it is. We'll come back next time and take on our finale here for this episode, most likely. We may have to do the same kind of thing as last time, split it up into 2 goes, depending how long it takes. But hopefully you've enjoyed this extra long episode, and I will see you next time. Let me know what you thought about in the comments below, and until then, bye-bye.